Our story begins in a small village nestled between the rolling hills of West Africa, where the sun kisses the earth each morning and the moon whispers secrets to the night. In this village lived a young boy named Elijah, who was no ordinary child. You see, Elijah was born with a condition that made him different from others. His skin was sensitive to the sun, his hair was sparse, and his teeth were not like those of other children. But Elijah's heart was strong and his spirit unbreakable.
Why do I look so different? Why can't I be like everyone else?
Elijah often wondered why he was born this way. He saw other children running under the sun, their skin glowing with health, while he had to stay in the shade, his skin burning at the slightest touch of sunlight. But what Elijah didn't know was that his uniqueness was not a curse, but a gift.
Elijah, my dear, you are perfect just the way you are. Your differences makes you special, and one day you will see how important that is.
Elijah's mother was a wise woman who knew that her son's path was different, but she also knew it was filled with pebbles. One day, a great drought came upon the village. The sun blazed down mercilessly and the crops began to wither. The villagers were worried, for without water, there would be no food.
We must find a way to bring water to our crops, or we will not survive this drought. But the sun is too fierce for anyone to travel to the river and bring back water.
The villagers murmured among themselves, fear gripping their hearts. They knew the journey to the river was long, and under the scorching sun, it was nearly impossible. But Elijah, who had been listening from the shadows, felt a sting inside him.
I will go to the river. I can make the journey.
I know my condition makes me different, but I have learned how to protect myself. I will cover myself and travel by night if I must. I believe I can do this.
The villagers were hesitant, but they had no other choice. They gave Elijah their blessings, and his mother handed him a special cloak, one that she had woven with love and care. And so, Elijah set off on his journey. He traveled by night under the light of the moon and rested during the day in the shade of trees. The journey was long and difficult, but Elijah pressed on, his mother's words echoing in his mind. As Elijah reached the river, he noticed something strange. The river was drying up. The source of their water was disappearing, and with it, the hope of the village. Elijah knew he had to do something, but what could a young boy like him do against such odds?
I must find the source of this problem. I cannot let my village suffer.
Elijah followed the river upstream, and soon he found the cause of the problem. A huge boulder had fallen and blocked the flow of the water. The river could not reach the village because of this obstacle. Elijah tried to push the boulder, but it was too heavy.
I can't do this alone. How can I move this boulder?
Just as Elijah was about to give up, he heard a voice.
Elijah, look into the water.
Elijah peered into the river and saw his reflection staring back at him. But it wasn't just his reflection. It was him, older, stronger, and filled with power.
Who are you?
I am you, Elijah, the strength that lies within you, the power you have yet to discover. You are not just a boy with a condition, you are a superhero in your own right.
Elijah's heart swelled with a newfound confidence. He realized that his differences were not weaknesses, but strengths that made him who he was. He could endure what others could not, and he had the determination to see things through.
I can do this.
With renewed energy, Elijah devised a plan. He used his knowledge of the land and his quick thinking to create a lever from strong branches and rocks. With all his might, he pushed down on the lever, and slowly the boulder began to move.
Come on, just a little more.
With one final push, the boulder rolled away and the water gushed forth, filling the river and flowing towards the village. Elijah had done it. He had saved his village. But just as he was about to celebrate, Elijah heard a rumble. The ground beneath him began to shake, and the river started to overflow.
Oh no, if the water reaches the village too quickly, it could flood everything.
Elijah realized he had to control the flow of the water. Using his quick thinking, he dug small channels in the earth to divert the water, slowing its approach to the village and ensuring it would reach the crops without causing harm.
Yeah, that should do it.
Exhausted but victorious, Elijah made his way back to the village. When he arrived, the villagers were overjoyed to see the water flowing into their fields. They cheered for Elijah, their hero. Elijah smiled, but it wasn't just the villagers' praise that made him happy. It was the realization that he was stronger than he had ever known.
I am not just different, I am special.
And so, Elijah became known as the boy who saved the village, the superhero in the mirror who discovered his true strength. From that day on, he wore his differences with pride, knowing that they were the source of his greatest power. And that, dear friends, is the tale of Elijah, the boy who became a hero, not despite his uniqueness, but because of it. In the end, it is our differences that makes us truly extraordinary. Until next time, remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to discover the superhero within you.